Okay, let's go live. Hi guys, this is Nikki, also known as Fish Trader, and you are watching Awesome 10X Philippine Market Update. It's November 4, 2020, and it's actually the start of the counting of the votes for the US. So as you could see, a few minutes ago, I was checking the elections 2020, and so far since an hour ago, well, right, oops, sorry, an hour ago, I was seeing that Biden was leading the polls, and electoral votes are still counting. I don't know now how the elections are, but I would say that the market is happy that Biden is the winner. So I guess like we'll know the votation later on, but the market has already proven that they are happy with Biden win. Wait now, I have to just tell people. Wait, I just have to say that I'm not able to answer their calls. Wait, I'll tell them later. Busy now. Call later. Okay, so as you could see, the Philippines is actually ecstatic. For those who are not aware, the market has been pricing in a Biden presidency ever since August 2020. In fact, all your clean energy, all of your solars, all of your legal marijuana, it's all a movement on the Biden presidency, not Trump. If the futures are up 3%, it's because the market has finally achieved a sweep of the Democrats on the Senate and hopefully the presidency and the vice presidency. So the rally of the market is not due to Trump. The market is actually rallying because Trump is losing. Okay lang, later. Okay, the Trump. So actually, let me just show to you that all the clean energy are very strong. It was very strong overnight in the US, and it is actually escalating as well in the Philippines. Now, in the Philippines, when you talk about clean energy and electric vehicle, the only play that you could see is ASEN and Nicolasia. Nicolasia went to $4. ASEN is now 1.84%. Those who aren't in the know should be aware that all the solar and clean tech energy was up 7% last night after a 500% run up this year. So I'm going to share to you a few things. Even Chinese electric vehicles from the lithium miners like Ganfeng Lithium from $10 to $50, and I think it's still a 10x move or $100. You've got everyone from lithium miners to electric vehicles. Of course, you know, in Hong Kong, we like Geely. It's now trading at $20 from about 15, 16 to $20. Almost all the investments in the US when it comes to electric vehicle, not just in China, but also in Hong Kong. So you've seen this. NIO went from 2 to 35, 36. All of your Teslas up another 7% last night from about 390 to 423. I'm just sharing to you that all of these electric vehicle movement is actually a positive mover for your Nicolasia. So Nicolasia today is 7% up thanks to the global movement on electric vehicles. Without solar, without electric phenomenon, your Nicolasia would not go from 180 to $4. I doubt it. And of course, your Ganfeng Lithium went from $10 to $50 because, of course, Ganfeng Lithium is the largest supplier of the world. Take note that Ganfeng Lithium is expanding lithium chemical capacity to 85,000 tons. Guys, in all the electric vehicles, when it comes to battery storage, it's an 8-1-1 thing. 80% is lithium, 10% is nickel, and then the other 10% is actually either manganese, or some sort of cobalt, etc., etc. So it's actually an 8-1-1 thing. You can check your Google search, you can do your own researchers, but it's really 80% lithium. So the biggest beneficiary of any solar and electric vehicle wave is lithium. And it's actually not in the Philippines. The largest lithium miners are all abroad. You've got Albemarle in Chile, Brazil. You've got Livent, you've got SQM, you've got Ganfeng Lithium. So these are the largest ones. So yeah. And then of course, Ganfeng is the second largest hydroxide producer after Albemarle, but that was before the deal. Adding the capacity lead from Changte, Ganfeng is now going to be the largest lithium hydroxide producer globally this year as of 2020 and beyond. Personally, I invested in Albemarle knowing it's the largest in the world. I bought it about 75 and 65 before. And I sold it about 99 and $90, 99 and actually a few dollars at about 85. I sold it. If you'll notice, Albemarle actually had a gap down here because Albemarle lost to Piedmont Lithium. Piedmont Lithium is in Australia. You can actually see that this $5 went as high as $55 on announcement that Piedmont Lithium won the Tesla account. It wasn't Albemarle who got to secure that deal for the next 5 years. Either way, I'm just sharing to you that all this flurry on your Nicolasia is actually brought about, of course, by electric vehicle. I think that's what I think. I've been studying the trends worldwide, and I would only surmise that Nicolasia is one of the beneficiaries on the nickel trend. So 7% up. So for the longest time, we have been saying that Nicolasia was a secular trend winner ever since 180. It's now trading at $4. We do note that there will be some resistances at $5. That is your previous resistance here at 5. And there will be some resistances here at about 4.4. Let's take a look at today's movement. Let's take a look at the winners. Go to the stats. You're up 2%, so the market is happy on the winners. Your Dito Telecom is down 4%. Your Jollibee is very strong today. Jollibee is up 6%. Take note that we have been saying that the carnage names in the Philippines that should benefit on a pandemic reopening, and not just a pandemic reopening, but a company-specific deal. The fact that Jollibee company specifically had gotten $600 million. Remember when I said at about 110, 120 that was to be bought? Because Jollibee had a $600 million free money. If you ask me, 3% interest rate, 5% interest rate, that is considered free money in the language of this world. And definitely Jollibee benefited from that. In fact, also you are aware that Jollibee Smashburger has been recovering, and that catalyzed the breakout of 150. And of course, Jollibee bought your Tim Ho Wan. So notwithstanding, we know that the first half of 2020 for Jollibee was quite bad. They lost something like 10 billion pesos, right? But even though that happened, Jollibee was still giving dividends, which shows to you that Jollibee was still recognizing their obligation for all their shareholders. So usually Jollibee pays about 2 peso a year. They paid 60 cents this year. And of course, we saw that move of Jollibee was just really a reason to buy it. Actually, we bought Jollibee at 99. If you were actually watching the Awesome 10X Circle, Inner Circle, or even our YouTube classes, you would have picked up that and even on my Medium, I've been saying Jollibee was one of the best pandemic reopening plays, whether it takes a year or so. And I'm happy to be proven right. Not just Jollibee, but of course, you've got the pizzas and the Maxes. Your Shaky's Pizza and Maxes did follow through. I'm going to share to you their charts, of course. This is your Nicolasia, just a continuous uptrend. This is your Jollibee, a continuous uptrend. So this is a flag. We said that was a flag. You'll see a breakout. I do think that there will be some resistances at 200 to 220. That was prior to the pandemic era. And of course, the reason why Jollibee was suffering from 220 was because people were second guessing whether the acquisitions made sense, whether Smashburger will still lose money. It's good to note that in the last 5 to 6 months, studying Jollibee's numbers, and when you just look at the researches, actually just Google search, you'll find out that Smashburger has been doing well, double-digit growth, even a pandemic. They actually turned the tide. So in my view, it's going to go back to 220. And I do make bold calls, and I'm happy that I'm right. And I'm happy that you make money from our calls, because here we educate you so that you'll make money. Also, after Jollibee, we have been very bullish on Shaky's Pizza. My bullishness on Shaky's Pizza actually is that it should go as high as 9 to 10. Why? Because if you notice, all the pizza delivery takeout services is something that Pizza Hut, Shaky's Pizza, all of them are geared for a takeout delivery world. Take note that in the US, your Domino's Pizza was just really all-time highs and all-time highs. It doesn't look like it, but this was March. Take note that from about 380, it only fell to 70. It didn't even go down. If you had invested in Domino's Pizza in the last 10 years, your $3 is now $380, or something like 140 times your money. This was like less than, I can't, if you take a look at this, this was like $7, $5. Okay, $5, 80 times your money. $5 to $400. Okay, something like that. So the point here is that Domino's Pizza, Chipotle, they were excelling during the pandemic because of one reason and one reason only, takeout. And so we said that Domino's Pizza, Shaky's Pizza should actually be following, Shaky's Pizza in the Philippines should actually be following the if you can so call it, the big brother in the US, which is Domino's Pizza, right? So we really think that Domino's Pizza and Shaky's Pizza are just one and the same. Of course, different geography, different pamamalaka, different management. But pizza to pizza, I really think that Shaky's Pizza is such an undervalued card here at the Philippines that even if I said a buy at 4, and even if I said a buy at 5 and 6, I don't think that 735 is the end game for Shaky's Pizza. The end game for Shaky's Pizza is really a game at the high of about 8, 10, 11, 12. So you would see this going up and away. I think that this is a momentum move. Today, Shaky's Pizza broke out of that final resistance at 7. This is the first time that it closed above 7. It's now trading at 730. Just like how AGI broke above that 7.5 and pulled back and made another buy at 7.5, now at 820. I do think that the course of Shaky's Pizza is the same as Alliance Global. We put a mark at 9 to 10 pesos at the very least. So yesterday, you also saw me say that Bloomberry is lucky that from land-based casinos, they're going to go sports betting and online sports betting. How many casinos have we seen? Okay lang, later na, kakay. How many casinos have we seen transition so well in a pandemic to actually be resilient? While Bloomberry is 4 pesos here, it's now at 8 pesos. Let me just show to you how the US casinos have been doing on from transitioning on land-based to us online-based. So my pick was Scientific Games. It was $4 then. Right now it's at $35. That is more than 9x your money. That's why I always say to Filipinos out here, guys, as much as I know how to make money in the Philippines, I know how to make 10x your money in the United States. Therefore, invest globally. It doesn't mean that we're not investing in the Philippines. It's just that, if I only have $1,000, $10,000, I might as well invest it globally for opportunities like this. In fact, I didn't expect, I'll tell you what, I didn't expect DraftKings to go from $10 to $60. And actually right now, DraftKings is back to $30 after a 6x move. So, of course, sports betting, like DraftKings is a winner there. Flutter, which is in London, that's not it. Flutter Entertainment is the biggest in London. It's the owner of Betfair, BetPaddy. Yeah, so I know a lot about sports betting because I've been studying global stocks abroad. I even shared it for you for free. If you're just checking my August classes, I remember discussing it in a Friday. Talked about GAN. Either way, I would share that in the Philippines, the transition of Bloomberry to that casino play online is a good thing. And the market acknowledged that move. And so Bloomberry today went up to $8. Well, it's not yet $8, no. But yeah, I do believe that that is a good transition for your Bloomberry. Pagcor allowing them for online sports betting is a good thing. Can $4 go to $10? In my view, yes. Any depths of Bloomberry is a buy. You have seen that the volume has been picking up on Bloomberry. And not just Bloomberry, of course, your other casino Philippines is City of Dreams, which is Melco. Melco is now exemplified by your PLC. Nandiyan pa ba kayo? Nasisira yung net ko eh. Diyan kayo? Hi! Okay, sige. So in the Philippines, the biggest gainer is MRC. Guys, in the US, we're making money on sun power. The thing about MRC is really just a play. Well, they said, they speculate, people are speculating that MRC will restructure itself into a renewable energy company. They have been discussing that for quite a while if you just check the news. So in my view, the market saw that Biden winning is actually a positive nod to all the solar plays around the world, not just in the US, but also in the Philippines. Now, in the Philippines, the clearest play that I see is ASEN, which is AC energy, right? But I think some people want a small cap play, and so they chose MRC for their small cap sun power play. Around the world, really, my investment goes to sun power. So these are like my plays abroad: sun power, for solar, Basta marami abroad. Look like yeah, and we've made like 100% above abroad. So ganun lang yon, solar move lang yan. So okay, let me now explain the Philippines. So top gainer MRC, that's a solar play. Macro Asia, this is a pandemic reopening play. So this is more like a positive nod to airlines, positive nod to Airbnbs of the world, positive nod to Cebu Pacific in the world actually. The next top gainer is Bloomberry. Okay, that is the online sports betting trend. Nickel Asia is an electric vehicle trend. I don't believe in IMI, so no for me. All home is more of the home furnishing. I have been seeing home furnishings abroad also doing well. Not so sure if the Philippines really has a lot of Filipinos really constructing. But secular trend-wise, because we're all staying at home, chances are you're upgrading your home, you're constructing a better working area for yourself. So in a way, yeah, I could believe that. But the biggest winner, of course, in the Philippines is Jollibee and Pizza. SSI, you could see the 300 million. SSI is to me an e-commerce transition play. Jollibee is just a better managed company, better managed restaurant. So across the world, you've seen Starbucks, all the better managed companies around the world have been rising, and Jollibee and Starbucks kind of the same if you think about it. So actually, I'm proud to say that the Philippines has a company like a Jollibee who wants to be a world class. So it's actually, I'm happy when the Philippines is able to compete worldwide. What else are your winners? Teka lang Metro Bank, wala to. Financials lang to. Hindi to winner talaga in the long run. Maxes is just a reopening play. DMC is, value play lang to. Value play lang to mga to. In fairness sa mga Pilipinas, maraming value plays. So parang, you won't make a lot of money, but because they are so durog, they became so low that people are bargain hunting. And that's, in my view, what's happening in some of the big runs of the Philippines. Let's take a look at the worst losers. Are there big losers? Okay, Dito Telecom is one of the biggest loser. Chelsea, sumabay sa big loser ni Dito. Tugs, bagsak. I really don't know kasi why Tugs was rising in the first place. Winfest, bagsak. Now Corp, bagsak. So wala, Telecom, profit-taking lang yan. Kasi came from a very high peak. So my view, profit-taking yan. Globe, bagsak. Dito, bagsak. Okay, so if you can notice, lahat ng winners mo, all green. But definitely, the restaurants picked up a huge move, no? So top traded, you could see that people sold their telecoms. They sold their Dito, Chelsea, and Now. And they exchanged it for a lot of restaurant winners, your Jollibees, your Pizzas, your Maxes, and of course, your SSI. Yeah, so I agree with that move. Because the market is hopeful that in the next 6 to 12 months, we're going to reopen, and the highest beta for a reopening play will be one of the restaurants, the casinos, the airlines. So, yan yung Popoy Basha play natin. For those who aren't aware, I kept on saying Popoy Basha because this is a meme that I've been doing for Faces Trader ever since. Carnage Edition, Philippine Edition. I repeat and I repeat again and again that if you want to get the highest return for your money, you want to actually risk reward in your life, liquidation phase spells super bargains. In my view, well, of course, that was March 24. The biggest gainers would be Pizza, Maxes, Jollibee, PLC, Bloom, casinos, and restaurants. I didn't put here airlines, but actually, in my view kasi, I'm biased with food and with casinos, but I would also say that airlines would also be one of the biggest pandemic movers. So example, in the US, the biggest movers pandemic wise would be, I mean, if you're thinking about the durog ones, the ones that fell 50% or something, or 90%, it would have to be those industries, the Airbnbs of the world, blah, blah, blah. So, yan. Sabi ni Popoy sabi ni Basha kay Popoy, sabi mo, you will love me, di ba? At my worst, well, gawin mo. In this case, stock speak, sabi mo, you will buy me at my worst, gawin mo. At that point in time, Shaky's pizza was 450 to 5. I felt the target selling range was 7 pesos. So that was 471. Sobrang liit ng risk, ang ganda ng reward. Same for Max's, same for Jollibee, etc., etc., Bloomberry, PLC, no? Until today, guys, even if until today, kulang yung 50 to 100% move. Kapag tinulak yan ng 200 to 300%, di ako magtataka. Kasi, wala namang iba. Yan lang talaga. Guys, wait. Okay, so let me now answer your questions. What's your view on Century Tuna? Century Pacific would be stable. The thing about Century Pacific is it's gonna be similar to URC. They're stable, parang Nissin Cup Noodles lang yan. Nissin abroad, I've been taking a look at it for quite a while, and up naman yan. I've been looking at it since last year at about 5,000 yen. Right now, Nissin is already trading at something like 9,000 yen. Nissin Foods yan eh. Nissin Foods, ayoko yung Hong Kong, gusto ko yung Tokyo Stock Exchange. Ito ba yun? Basta Nissin Group yun eh. Then dito. Teka. Ito ba yun? Sa daming Nissin eh. Nissin Foods. It's about ano eh. It's about 9,000 yen ngayon eh. Teka. Yung cup noodle, global to eh. The original instant ramen. Teka nga, hanapin ko na lang sa sarili ko. May Japanese food edition naman ako eh. Japanese food edition. So ito, di ba? Okay. Ajinomoto, lahat naman yan panalo eh. Kikoman, QP, Kagome, ketchup yan. Okay, teka lang ah. Nilagay ko dito si Nissin. Instant noodle, Nissin Foods. Ticker symbol is, ng time na yun, ano yun eh, 5,000 yen yan lang yan. Hindi ko makita. Dito naman ng Nissin Foods. Teka, Nissin Foods stock price. 9,000 yen. Ayun, 2,897. So, 100% up, di ba? Kasi syempre, actually guys, I was buying Nissin Foods last year because it's not that I know the pandemic was gonna happen. I was thinking na may recession, depression, so kailangan mo ng something stable. Syempre, kung naghihirap ka, kailangan mo Guys, mahirap ka na nga. Maglelechon ka pa, di ba? Mag-cup noodle ka naman, magpansit canton ka naman. So parang, if you think about it in the Philippines, pag wala kang pera, ang pinaka-yumayaman, yung mga canned foods, canned goods like Century Tuna, URC, Hans, mga ganyan, mga wala kang pera eh. Kailangan aminin, cup noodles ka lang. So, Century Tuna and URC actually benefited from a resilient thinking of people na, oh, walang pera mga tao, kailangan pure gold, Century Tuna, URC, ganun yung parang default mode ng tao. And in fairness, Century Tuna really didn't suffer in the pandemic. If you'll notice, Century Tuna, kung March to today, tingnan mo from 15, 17 siya ngayon, meaning up siya 10%, whereas most of the companies, like example, syempre durog tong airlines, di ba? From March, magkano to March? 80. Ngayon, 39, 50% down. Di ba? Okay, so in fairness, like properties, alangan naman, nag-o-office ka ba ngayon? Hindi, di ba? Nasa bahay ka. So nung March, magkano yan? March, it was about 40. O, 38, sabihin na natin, 38. Ngayon, 33, down pa rin 20%. Noon ang perspective ko sa mga Century Tuna, sa mga URC, positive yan for the year. Year to date, I think it's positive. But upside-wise, hindi naman siya mag-50%, no? Like parang I don't see it going 20 pesos. Stable yan. What do you think about Dito and Mary Mart? Dito and Mary Mart, they're very speculative in my view. So ano yan, they will try to raise money because they need to, for dito, they're gonna compete with your telephone and your globe. So, abangan ang susunod na kabanata kay Dito Telco. Si Mary Mart naman, after the IPO, syempre, kailangan niya magpakitang gilas. Kailangan niya pakita na, oh, kaya ko kalabanin si Pure Gold, si Robinson's Retail, si SM Retail. Supermarket lang ba? Kaya ko yan. So Mary Mart is like trying to fight the behemoths. Today's behemoths are Pure Gold. It used to be that the behemoth was SM, right? And then Pure Gold came, and then Pure Gold showed that, hey, I have the muscle here. So akyat din si Pure Gold, diba? Unless Mary Mart shows to us that they can really prove their worth, I think that Mary Mart will trade between very volatile. It's going to be roller coaster for Mary Mart. They have to prove that they are a suitable growth play in supermarkets. Christoph is asking, is it best to follow the nickel trend? So many people have asked me, should I buy Nickel Asia? Should I buy Nickel Asia? All I really said was, I don't see Nickel Asia's trend stopping. However, you should be aware that Nickel Asia went from 180, actually 140 to $4 yan. So pwede kang tapunan sa 4 or 5 or 6 kung umangat yan. At the same time, kung tapunan ka man nila, alam mo naman, nandyan yan. Sasalo yan sa 3, sasalo yan sa 330. So if you can buy it on dips, game. If you can't buy it on dips, huwag mong pilitin. Teka lang. Why is now on a downtrend and how long can it go? Now is trying to compete with your Globe and your telecoms. I don't know who's gonna win. Fight, let them fight, but we don't consider anyone a winner. Kasi, guys, we don't know the winner. It's, if Converge said, I'm the winner, we can't know that. Give them time. Give them a few years to prove to us who's the real winner. If you're gonna base it on today's facts, all we know is Now Corp, Dito Telecom, Converge, all are fighting for the crown to fight Telephone and Globe. That's all that we know. Why kaya tuloy ang bagsak ng Now and Dito? I don't know. Maybe people are just profit-taking. What do you think of San Miguel Corp? Stable lang. Similar to your URC and CNPF. Stable lang. Any thoughts on Dito? Dito, is it just a take profit? Is there any reversal? Well, kasi guys, Dito Telecom already went from 1 to 7. Actually, Dito went to as high as 7.5, di ba? Nag-8 pa oh. Guys, in my view, this is a profit-taking move. I think that you should take profits. Not because I know the future, but because, guys, this is already like, so, di ba? Like, 1 to 7. That was the peak in the last 2018. While I don't know the future, I think that if you don't think that Dito Telecom will go $10 anyway, why will you hold it at 6, di ba? Parang, it depends eh. Pag presyo mo naman, 3.5 below, sige, hawakan mo half. I don't really know the future. I don't know if it will go 9, 10, 12, di ba? I really don't know. But parang profit-taking. AJ is asking, pula pa din kaya si Dito bukas? I think Dito will trade in a range. I just don't know if it's 5 to 7, is it 4 to 7? I don't know. So parang all I know is may buyer. I just don't know saan ba yung buyer niyan? 4? 5? Ewan ko na. What's your view on LR? Does LR have a casino? Kasi the thing about online sports betting, ang sure ako, Bloomberry has. And then LR, di ko sure, meron ba to? If it has, if it can display that online sports betting, edi positive yun. Pero I'm not sure eh. So I think ang sure ako na may mga casinos nandyan is Soler and Bloomberry meron yan. Si Soler, di ba? So ito, up yan. Si PLC tsaka si Bell, pwede yan kumita. Kasi nandyan pa rin yung City of Dreams, di ba? So andun pa rin. Hindi ko masabi kung, in fairness, positive yan kay Okada. Hindi ko masyado alam kung may existing operations yung LR on online bets. But if meron, then positive dapat. Andre is saying, SSI looks like it can go to 2 to 225 this year. In my view, it's gonna go higher. I don't know if it's this year or next year. Why am I bullish on SSI? Matagal ko na sinabi na SSI is an e-commerce play, good digital transformation, good Shake Shack Philippine burger, diba? So, andyan yung recipe for a good company. So because of that, let the market dictate. If we think 2 tapos nag-3, edi mas masaya. What stocks are good when Biden wins? You can watch my Awesome 10X market updates for the US. Kasi lahat ng clean tech, panalo yan. Clean energy, lahat ng legalizing marijuana, panalo lahat yan. Costco, please. I don't know. Costco at 5 looks to be a buy, but I think there's so many buying opportunities in the Philippines such that some people will prioritize. Example, I was saying, yung GT Cup, $400, 400 pesos. Kaya mo naman ibenta ng 500 to 600 pesos yan, di ba? So, syempre, nung mga 400, while Metro Bank was rising, accumulate ng GT Cup. Kasi, even if you tell me that, di ba, magkakaroon na ng electric vehicle someday. Guys, 15 years pa yun sa Philippines. South Korea may 5G na. Tayo, nagpa-promise lang ng 5G. So, in my view, kahit na Tesla is already in China and in the US, kailan ba magkakaroon ng electric world in the Philippines? I doubt it. So, plus, GDCAP has very good companies inside. They have Metro Bank. Unfortunately, I can't say it's 10x, okay? Most in the Philippines, it's not a 10x. It's probably 1x or 50%, di ba? 400 you buy, you can sell it at 600 or 500. You make money. But don't tell me 400 to 4,000. That's all that I'm saying. DNL looks good also. A good 20 to 50% possible yield. Yeah, it's gonna profit from those restaurants. Hi, Nikki. I'm accumulating DMC. Am I on the right track? I have a DMC buy call at 4+. Try to check out DMC Awesome 10X. You'll see. Should we buy DMC at 4+ levels? MRC breaks out. So yan, I try to put it on the headlines when I like a company. I think that DMC at 4+ levels is a good company buy. What about web? Hindi ko masabi Hindi ko alam kung malakas yung casino play ng web So yun. Jeffrey is asking, when can I double my money with DMC? Can 4 go to 8? That's the question. I think it's gonna take you about 3 to 5 years. Kung maging earlier than 3 years, chamba yon. Bakit? Kasi DMC's business today, 50%, syempre, durog sa coal, di ba? But it's not naman forever down. They're trying to implement yung mga nickel mining nila. Meron silang water. Do you know that DMC is the one working for IKEA? And then DMEC has so many construction. So all of that construction is good for DMC. I would understand that DMC will go up. I don't know. I cannot predict if it's 5 years, 3 years, 2 years. But to me, it's going to go up. I just don't know how long. Vaughn is asking, is MRC to the moon? Thank you. MRC, I said, I was analyzing MRC. May resistance ang MRC sa 48 cents. So ngayon, MRC is already trading at 46 cents. Chamba na lang kasi kung umangat ng umangat, di ba? Kailangan mo ng konting chamba kasi hindi ko naman alam yung future. When I was predicting that Nickel Asia will go 4 pesos, hindi ko naman inimagine na 4 pesos within a few months, di ba? Sabi ko, angat yan, hindi ko lang alam. Siguro 4 to 5 pesos within a few years. Nangyari within less than a year. Etong MRC, tingin ko, 24 cents, abot ng 48 cents, 100%. Nangyari within a few months lang, di ba? A few days lang, a few weeks lang. Pag nag-48 cents yan, medyo may selling pressure yan. I don't know kung aangat. Pwede naman mag-58 cents, pwede mag-60 cents. Hindi ko masasabi yan. Pero if hawak mo yan, hold until that breaks. Until it breaks, then you don't sell, di ba? Or kung mag-sell half ka, edi sell half mo, tapos hayaan mo na. Tingnan mo kung makachamba ka. That's it. Okay, today it ends. I hope that you subscribe to the channel, like the videos, hit that smash button, and then hopefully you can share Awesome 10X to your friends and family. And also, subtle plug, guys. I forgot. So I'm wearing Bukaka shirt, not because Bukaka.com exists. It's because my co-founder, June Tags, had his birthday no November 2. So happy birthday, June. And sorry, I forgot to say happy birthday that time. And do follow awesome10x.com, Awesome 10X YouTube, and my My Twitter handle is at Faces Trader, guys. So just follow me on on Twitter. This is all for free, and we want investors to actually invest not just in the Philippines but globally. Make money in the Philippines, make money abroad. That's it. Thank you very much. Bye bye.